saying the other song.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 473. It's Saturday, February 23rd, 2013, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Internet talk radio for your imagination. Mike Matthews broadcasting from the last place on Earth located somewhere in Podcastro Valley, California. Today we hear from Shelley Schuhart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the Engineer. Plus we bring you the finale of Into an Interview with Nick Krill of the Spinto Band.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And have you seen bees buzzing around trying to find flowers? Well, there's something that gives them a hand.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
They use electric fields. Yes, they can sense a flower's electric field. While flying, bees gather a positive charge. Yes, this is real. And flowers are negatively charged. The difference in electrostatic forces allows these bees to return to flowers it like and not to horses. And the electric field causes the pollen to jump from the flower to the bee.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And that was from researchers at the University of Bristol. And I find that Jimmy Fallon makes me laugh, but only in the first scene.
Mike's
when he does his
Daily
little opening comedy
Podcast.
sketch. Like with Michelle Obama doing the mommy dance, the evolution of the mommy dance. That was funny. And then the stuff he's done like with Justin Timberlake, where they did the evolution of rap, and they went through all the rap songs with the Roots playing behind them. Oh my gosh. But Michelle Obama came out and danced, and she could hold her own better than a lot of guests on Saturday Night Live. She did a fantastic job. I have such respect for her comedic talents and for her trying to get America moving so there'll be less fat, and for her bangs. Oh, look who just walked in.
Hello, Mike Matthews. It's Shelley Schuhart, the gift job supervisor, and I have a lot to do.
Yes, you're really busy. I've never found a lazy woman. I mean this. It seems like every woman I know has got a million things to do.
Mike Matthews, I have a million things to do.
See?
I gotta finish writing my paper because I'm getting my master, and I've gotta close up the gift shop because it's no longer viable commercial interest.
It's not?
No, ever since I found out all the snow globes were actually pods that John Deere the Engineer was growing from an alien race.
Oh yeah, and then you destroyed them all with your wet hair.
Yes, Mike Matthews. Not to mention it takes a lot of time to get made up to look this pretty.
You do a fine job.
Thank you.
If you think about it historically, who's watching the TV while the other is working hard in the kitchen, right? It's the guy's the couch potato and the woman's in the kitchen doing it. They're always so busy. Busy coming up with new mommy dances, for example.
Mike Matthews, you have no idea how difficult that was.
No, I really don't. Oh, look who else just walked in. Hello, Mike. This is Floyd the Floorman. And this is John Deere the Engineer, Mike. Bees are full of electricity. Yes, isn't that amazing how bees use electricity to find flowers and then get the pollen off the flowers? I mean, wow. Mike, I use static electricity to keep my clothes on. Really? Well, I stand corrected. I guess men are busy too, learning how to keep clothes on using static electricity. And I have developed a John Deere the Engineer dance. You've developed a dance. Let's see it. Okay, here it goes. What the? You just poured yourself a beer and you're sitting down on a couch. That's right, Mike. This is a great dance. All right. That's, okay, that's enough. You're giving him too much credit. Stop. Stop!
Mike Matthews, what are we going to do? We just can't stop. We're so busy, and we can't stop moving.
Yeah, it seems like Michelle Obama should have an alternative to the Let's Get Moving campaign. What about people that are moving too much? Shelley, I'm pouring you a beer and making you sit down on this couch because I'm Floyd the Floorman.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I hate beer.
Do you want some tea?
Chamomile.
Okay. Coming right up! So if you find that women are too busy in today's world, i.e. they never sleep in, it's true. I've never known a woman to sleep in. They never sleep. If they say, oh, I slept in today, they slept in an extra 10 minutes. That's it. Do you think the bees flying around with electricity? Oh, there goes one. There goes one right now. sparking everywhere it goes. Do you find that fascinating? Or whatever may spring to your mind. We read your comments on the section emails for me-mail. Email me, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. Also, email me there if you'd like to be a guest on the show or if you would like to sponsor the show. We have an availability for you, mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. We also have the website, mikesdailypodcast.com. Go there to find our blog and to see the daily podcast picture. We're actually going to have a drawing today, cartoon. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. Also, you can find where to find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Yelp, and our special link to iTunes where you can subscribe to the show, rate this show, and comment on this show there. If you do any of that, then this show gets more popularity, more people find out about it, and it helps us out there in iTunes. And also, you can find out where to find us on the internet radio stations KNJO and XRQK. Those links as well at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Into an interview.
We're talking with Nick Krill of the band The Spinto Band. And we have been having a blast discussing the latest album called Cool Cocoon. And you guys come up with amazing music videos. How do you guys come up with those awesome things?
Yeah, we're just really lucky to be kind of friends with a bunch of people who are interested in video and making videos and stuff like that. You know, it's a lot of it comes from just all of our close friends just happen to be, animators or filmmakers. So, when we're in the studio kind of working on songs and we're just hanging out, playing video games with our other friends, they're like, oh, hey, you got any songs I can listen to? I'd love to think of video ideas. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so then by the time the album comes out, we have a bunch of friends that are already cooking on videos. So that's kind of lucky for us that we just have a video crew, I guess.
And the song What I Love, I'm going to be playing that in a little bit. There's a cool music video to that. How did that one come about?
Yeah, that one, filmmaker Albert Burney and I collaborated on that one. He had found this it was in the library, just an old instruction manual on how to do gymnastics. So this is an old instruction manual, and there are photographs of each gymnastics move, step by step, kind of like who's the photographer that did all the horses running? Is that?
Oh yeah.
Boybridge? What's that? Is that the guy? Anyway,
I didn't go to Photo School. Dang it.
And that's sort of the style of these photos were. So we ended up scanning them in and cutting out the cutouts of the woman doing the moves, and then they just kind of turned into a flip book of gymnastics that we kind of put into this environment of a breakfast table. Sort of the idea was sort of to contrast someone's, you talk about a breakfast routine, you're like, I got my morning routine.
Yeah.
Sort of play that off of someone's gymnastics routine.
It is so cool because she's like dancing over all these things sitting on the table, and it's like it's an actual table, but this is a paper girl, and she's dancing around. It's so cool. You guys should win a bunch of awards for that. It's an awesome video.
Thanks.
And where is there a YouTube channel you guys have?
Yeah, we have a Spinto Band YouTube channel. So yeah, you can type in Spinto Band to, I don't know how you would get to a YouTube channel, but if you type in the Spinto Band to YouTube, we have our own account and channel that has all our videos and a bunch of other weird little video experiments up there, and music videos and short movies and stuff like that.
Now, what was it like? You had a song in a Sears commercial, I heard.
Yeah. We had one in there.
What was that like? And did you think it was a good combination of your music and their commercial?
Yeah, I guess that was back in like 2005 for our first proper album. That song "Oh Mandy" got put in that commercial, and I guess it was an okay combination. It was it was weird. I feel like it was at a time where bands still got a lot of flack for putting their songs in commercials, but
True.
it was pretty helpful for us at the time because it helped us fund some touring that we were hoping to do. And yeah, I'd say it was a positive experience overall.
Yeah, because like Moby, wasn't it Moby that kind of opened it all up with all those songs from his Play album that people were using in commercials? And
Yeah, I guess Moby he's the king of commercials, I guess.
he's not the king of hair, though.
No, I guess you guys have something in common, huh?
We do. I have no hair, and he does not. But I don't have the cool glasses like him, sadly. I need to find them. Now, I don't know where Moby is from.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I know he's got a distant relative related to Herman Melville, and thus the Moby Dick connection. But
Oh, wow, that's cool.
But you're from Delaware. What is Delaware like?
Delaware is it's an interesting little small state. It's kind of it's funny because it's got there's like northern Delaware and southern Delaware sort of parallels the stereotypes of kind of like the northern United States and southern United States, like the red and blue political dynamic. So it's got that going for us. It's got some nice beaches down south. It's got a great brewery, Dogfish Beer, from Delaware. That great beer is from Delaware, so we got that going for us.
Yum. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to try that. And so I should visit it someday, maybe.
Yeah, it's worth a visit. You could probably visit a good chunk of this state in one day. Probably cover your bases pretty solidly in 2 or 3.
And what shows do you have coming up?
Well, we are right now about to start a little Northeast tour in Northeast United States. So we're actually leaving today to play Washington, D.C., and then going up to New Haven, Boston, New York, and then a State College, Pennsylvania, a little Northeast run. And then after that, taking a couple weeks off, and then we go back over to Europe for another show in France and a Swiss festival and a couple shows in Italy.
Whoa.
And then we're back to the States for a few more little shows here and there.
So did you pick up any Swiss or Italian?
No, nothing. I don't know. I guess I got to figure that out before we head over there.
I'm sure there'll be some book or something online. You can learn that phrase of, I want some noise. You can say.
Yeah.
And finally, tell me about your record label.
Yeah, so, well, for our last 2 albums, we've released the albums ourselves on our own Spintonic Recordings label. And that is, right now it's in our Spin of N Music, and we have distribution through a really great independent distributor called Red Eye. They've been really awesome in helping us get our music out there. And, sort of another way we're kind of going back to the way we worked as kids in the basement, self-releasing albums and putting stuff in envelopes and sending stuff out there.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're putting stuff out there because you're putting out awesome stuff.
Hey, thanks.
And your latest song is What I Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How did that one come about?
That one came about, it was like I can't remember. Oh, yeah, well, it was sort of like a challenge to write a song about something that you were really excited about that you didn't want to go, but maybe was going away. So sort of a challenge like that, to write something like that. So kind of just began writing the song and tried to make the music and like the pace of the song kind of mimic that sort of feeling of a chase or like a bouncing around, trying to grab onto something.
What? Wow! So this is a good car chase song. This is something.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe like not a sinister car chase. Maybe like a car chase between Zooey Deschanel and a doppelganger Zooey Deschanel car chase. like Zooey Deschanel in a polka dot dress chasing Zooey Deschanel in a striped dress. That would be the car chase of this song.